People love it and they bring and plant it near their house and all. It's like each and everything in that is poisonous, like that.
Wow.
That is, yeah, usually what is like poisonous means actual poisonous, like it is. If we eat it, we are going to die, like that.
Wow.
And also, it is like what happens when we plant poisonous tree near our house, or like usually the wind, whatever it blows on the tree, like that. It is usually like what happens, like we take it through respiratory system, and some part of the chemical, whatever that comes in the air, we are going to swallow it, and automatically in our respiratory system and like a circulatory system and all, like that is like we are going to, without our knowledge, we will be absorbing some bad chemical. The lawn maintenance, they use this termite, this one 4-8. 4-8 is banned in India like some years back, but it is available in the shelves of each and every fertilizer shop. It is
Which
because
what is this called?
4-8. 4-8. Like that chemical, like that is usually used for to check this one termites. The spraying gardener also gets its bad effect, and then like through our windows and all that the poison enters into the house. It's like some trees, they emit carbon dioxide in the night, like some people tree, like that. I will give all the list of trees like that. Like this one, they give this one carbon dioxide. That's why that is called like that. Don't plant it near your houses and all, like that. You thorny trees, I don't suggest like to plant, like thorny, like what happens, thorns will always it is called negative, like whatever the trees which is having thorn in it, and it is like its characteristic is like that, it curses, like that. Whatever I have studied, through my experience, I have, like, we feel like if we go near that tree, we feel like, yeah, it is I should not go here, like I should not be around here, like that. Without our knowledge, we start feeling it. So like if we plant it near our house, just imagine like how it is going to happen. And Ashoka trees, like those trees, weeping willows, and every tree, that name itself is weeping. This one in America, a huge number of those trees are there. And like whatever the leaves, it showing its face towards the ground, earth, is called negative trees, like that.
So hello everybody, and today I am with somebody very special, Miss Revathi, and she is a noted landscapist and an environmentalist. And I was very interested with what she said when I heard it a few days back about the trees and its positive and negative trees that are there. And not many people, I think, know about positive and negative trees.
Oh, okay.
So you spoke about that.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get on to positive and negative trees.
Yeah. See, first of all, I'm a landscaper. Since last 22 years, I have been doing landscaping. And like while doing landscaping, trees were also the part of landscape. So what I thought, like that is my love started increasing towards trees, and I started studying about environment and all, like that. In environment, trees plays a big role. And then later I developed interest, like how it is the deforestation is happening, and what is the hazards happening through this deforestation, and one very big thing what it struck me was that all the aged trees. If I go to Kaban Park or any place, like I used to calculate what will be the age of this tree. like no, maybe 100 years, 150 years or 200 years, like that. And like no, if these trees dies one day, what is, and like every year there's a, during rainy season or windy season, so many trees are falling down, and then like no, that is all very old trees are falling down, and like no, that I was thinking like trees goes like this after 50 years or 30 years or 130 years, like 40 years, like what is thing is going to be, nowhere trees are going to be there. So then I started this one inquiring like how many are doing plantation, like no, how government is doing, and how, what are people who are doing this plantation drive and all. So unfortunately what happened, most of the people who are into plantation, they're not maintaining it like that, no. They plant with very enthusiastic way, they plant and they go, and then no, later like though they won't turn back and see. Then 1 month's time, whatever they planted, that's going to go away, because trees, we have to take care of trees like our babies, and at least 3 years we have to dedicate ourselves to make it grow adulthood. Then later like it is going to take us, like no, that while when we take in the beginning we need to take them, and hundreds of years they are going to take us, like give positive energy, and that is going to serve us, and like no, years like our future generation is going to be
But
safe.
tell us, how do we choose a tree? You said that there are some trees which have positive energy, and there are some trees which should not be planted. So can you guide us on what are the positive trees and what are the negative trees, and how do we choose a tree?
Yeah, like no, that's a very vast subject, and like see, there is a study, like no, even in Google you will get it, like no, if you browse about negative energy emitting trees and positive energy emitting trees, lots of studies are there. See, people are not aware like this type of trees are there, that's why they have not gone through this. Like no, so many trees are there, like no, that is like in our ancestors and our parents and like no, our previous generation, they used to know in their own way. Say like the ghost is there in that tree, this one is there in that tree, don't go near that tree, don't sit down that tree, don't go near night, don't go in the near those trees and all like that. I don't know about ghost or anything, like there is like some trees they emit carbon dioxide in the night, like some people tree like that, no, I will give all the list of trees like that, no, like this one they give this one carbon dioxide, that's why that is called like that, don't plant it near your houses and all like that, no. Usually people tree and all, it is it will be planted near temples, and it will be planted in away from the this one residential area, like that. That is the because of this this negativity. Now in this one, like no, recent in our modern this one we call it as negative and positive like that, but our ancestors knew about it, and then they used to plant only those trees in the beginning, and later what happened that so many foreign architects came and they started designing in a this one in their own way, and they were not going through. Our India is having such a vast knowledgeable place, like our ancestors are the most knowledgeable people, and they like that we started neglecting them, and we started doing our own this one hazards. One tree grows, that tree we can't take it, we can't cut it, because after it grows in a big way, like no, even after knowing it is a negative tree, we can't cut it. because trees, everybody thinks like tree is like, no, it is good for the nature, and we have to this one and all, to name some trees, like, no, that is like, I think you people are going to get it in Google, like that, no, you can go through that and you go through each and every tree and the characteristics of those trees, and like that, no, you will come to know which one to plant, which one not to plant and all. And thorny trees I don't suggest, like, no, to plant, like, no, thorny, like what happens, no, thorns will always it is called negative, like whatever the trees which is having thorn in it, and it is like, its characteristic is like that, no, it curses, like that. Whatever I have studied, through my experience, I have, like, we feel like if we go near that tree, we feel like, yeah, it is I should not go here, like, no, I should not be around here, like that. Without our knowledge we start feeling it. So like, if we plant it near our house, just imagine like how it is going to happen. And Ashoka trees, like that, no, those tree, weeping willows, and every tree, that name itself is weeping. This one in America, a huge number of those trees are there, and like, no, whatever the leaves, it showing its face towards the ground, earth, is called negative trees, like that. For example, Ashoka trees, all leaves goes down, faces down. So that tree, like some datura trees, like datura trees, people like, no, the big flowers comes in that, okay, datura varieties of trees, very beautiful colors, and when it flowers, like full tree will be with big flowers and all. People love it, and they bring and plant it near their house and all. It's like each and everything in that is poisonous, like that.
Wow.
That is, yeah, usually what is like poisonous means actual poisonous, like it is. If we eat it, we are going to die, like that.
Wow. Okay.
Like it is, like, see, so many household plants are also there, like, no, that is poisonous plants. Today I am only discussing about tree, so that I am talking about tree. And then Karkasana, like that one also. It is like, what happens when we plant poisonous tree near our house, or like, no, usually the wind, whatever it blows on the tree, like that, it is usually like what happens, like we take it through respiratory system, and some part of the chemical, whatever that comes in the air, we are going to swallow it, and automatically in our this one respiratory system, and like a circulatory system and all, like, no, that is like, we are going to, without our knowledge, we will be absorbing some bad chemical. So that is like, no, pesticide, like what the pesticides, like for lawn maintenance, usually what happens, like, no, I want to tell lots of people about it, like, actually, like the lawn maintenance, they use this termite, this one 4-8. 4-8 is banned in India, like some years back, but it is available in the shelves of each and every fertilizer shop. It is
Which
because
is it, what is this called?
4-8, like that chemical, like, no, that is usually used for to check this one termites, like that, no, usually, like, no, that garden will be there in the this one, our compound area. If the termites, to kill the termites, the pesticide will be sprayed, and then that pesticide, like, no, the spraying gardener also gets its bad effect, and then like through our windows and all that, the poison enters into the house, and like, no, automatically we inhale, and like it is going to go, it is like a non-residual chemical, and it is going to cause even cancer also. That's so poisonous. I studied a lot about it, and then, like, no, when I started my landscaping 22 years back, I have decided that I should not use chemical. I developed lakhs and lakhs of square feet of lawn, but I never used chemical. like that. No, it is in the beginning what I thought, like without using fluoride, like that is the only medicine gardeners are using. Like without that, I also like I felt like that. And then what I did automatically, like I started my own techniques, like how to without using chemicals, how can I this one and all. I went through lots of studies, and I got to know like termites acts like human being, like that. No, it attacks to a place. If you cut that place, and if we put some soap water or something on that, and it gives like a signal to other termites surrounding, and it won't come to that area. So like that, even in our house also, I never ever use termites or termite chemicals, no chemicals. Like for our one plant, like 15 types of, I think 8-10 types of pests attacked at a time. Like in the beginning, what I felt like, oh my God, like that I have to use the chemical, like that I was thinking. But no, like my own technique is there. That is like there were baking powder, baking soda is there, baking powder mixing 1 spoon of baking powder and 1 spoon of this one neem oil, and then 2 spoons of our daily used shampoo. Okay, then mixing it with 5 liters of water and spraying it like every 15 days or 20 days we need to spray, that no pest comes, like that. And even for tree saplings also, this pests, like this chemical, this one negative and positive energy emitting trees, like that. No, I started talking about, and that one actually it is a huge study that, like you people need to like yourself go through that, and you should understand like that what are these studies and which are the trees, like while before planting any tree in their surrounding, please go through the characteristic of the tree, like how it is, like all what this one that milk comes from some trees, like that. No, all milk producing trees are poisonous, like that.
Oh.
Automatically, what are the trees poisonous? That without our knowledge, like it is going to give bad effect to us, and even in some trees, birds won't go near the tree. Like that, they know, they have the sense of it, like that. No, we should not go. It is not good for us and all, like that. And that one, like I will send that entire write-up of this and our detail, and like we are going to post.
So which
it
are the for suggestion to people, which are the say top 5 positive trees that are good for them, for normal gardens or normal city life?
See what happens, like that is like if you construct a house of 50-80 site or 60-40 site or 150, like that, any this one. Like usually whenever we construct a house, like the more space we want for ourselves, like that, no, not for replantation or this one, because one tree, if we put pongamia, like that completely it spreads over like years after years. It's going to spread over like 5,000 square feet, like that. No, it spreads. Like it is not affordable for us to plant it, because we want our house space to be more useful place than this one. For that, what I suggest, there is a plant called Millingtonia, like that. No, it is called in Kannada, it is called Akashamallige. Like that's a very positive tree, and then that grows straight. Like whatever it grows straight, we call it as coniferous trees, like that. No, that won't spread, and it won't occupy much space, and like it is going to all along the compound wall boundary of our compound, like if we plant the tree and silver oak and like that type tabubia varieties, and that type of trees inside the compound wall, if we plant, like it is going to give us greenery also, at the same time these are all positive trees, and it is like it grows 150 feet and all, like that roots won't spreading like that it grows downstream, down into the earth, and then it is it goes like tube. That root system goes like tube, and it's not going to harm the house or our construction, the building, our building or anything. Like at the same time, like it's not going to fall because its stems are very sturdy, and after it grows tall, like it spreads jasmine flowers like that. No, it is so perfume like this, and it is beautiful. It is our ancient, our Indian tree. So what I feel like, Indian trees, we have to select our ancient trees like that, and we should never ever plant this people tree and all near our house side, because that root system is also like it is very dangerous, and it spoils the construction. And the Millingtonia, Tabubias and Bahunias and Bahunia, varieties of trees are there in Bahunia. Okay, Bahunia, Purpurata, Bahunina. In Tabubia also lots of varieties of Tabubias are there. So it is better to stick to this Bahunias, Tabubias, Millingtonia, Silver Oak, like this type of trees, especially when it comes to the residential garden. Like if it is the outside, and if it's a farmhouse and all, the concept will be different. But even for the farmhouse and all, I suggest this is going to be a green boundary wall. Like if you plant this one, because it is the stems grow so strong, like it won't fall for wind and all like that. No, we can plant it at the distance of 6 feet, 7 feet to each plant. And negative trees, definitely that is now we have to talk about for the house and for the farmhouse and in a big yard like that, and on roads and all. On roads, definitely people like to walk down shade.
Yeah.
Okay, so spreading trees will look good. So for that, this one, the Mayflower, this one and all, that one problem is there in that, it won't survive for. See, when we are planting trees, we need to see the survival years. How many years it is going to survive? We have to plant the trees. The most it should be 200. Yeah. 200, 300 years. So, when it comes to, it grows up to 100 years or 60 years, 70 years it reaches. Along with that, we have to plant one more, because simultaneously it is going to be a cycle that. So, even Kaban Park, I have planted nearly 3,000 trees.
3,000, wow, okay.
And they the tree plantation is started happening, because they Lalbagh, Kaban Park and all, it's a very old trees, whatever is there. So we have to be very careful, and we have to go and do plantation.
So you were also telling me about how to take care of a tree, because you said you were talking about how people just go and plant the tree and they don't know how to, they do it in good intention, but they don't know how to actually take care of it. One thing you talked about having a stick. Give us some idea about how to take care of trees when you plant them.
Yeah, usually while planting tree, if you plant smaller saplings, so much hazards are going to happen. That is 3 feet or 2 feet or 5 feet trees if you plant like that. What happens? That is we have to dig half a feet or 1 feet, and because 2 feet plant, that root will be 1 foot, like a root, root and the bag and the soil and everything. If we dig 1 foot and plant 2 feet trees, what is going to happen? Later the tree starts growing up, and then we won't be knowing that down that 1 foot soil, like whether rock is there or soil is very hard, whether it is like whether the roots can pierce through that and all, it then what happens, that shoot starts growing. Okay, then that the balancing won't be there. And in the same time, like how the shoot's going, like root won't be becoming hard. So at that time what happens, no, like it is trees, one wind trees are going to fall. So like while selecting the saplings, you have to select like a minimum 10 to 15 feet saplings. Then we need to dig the soil up to 3 feet. And like we need to make the tree saplings plant in that 3 feet, minimum 3 feet is required. While putting the tree inside the soil, then itself we need to take a sturdy stick and we need to, so the stick must be 15 feet.
15 feet?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Because 10 feet, 3 feet already goes inside the soil and another 12 feet should be, and then that this tree sapling's height, if it is 12 feet, 3 feet we put down and another 9 feet is the height of the plant, and the stick should be above that this one plant. Then we need to tie the tree with that stick. And the stick should be very hard, very sturdy, like that. It should not shake and it should fix in the soil properly. It should go and fix in the soil, and then we need to tie it. And with the support of this stick, the tree grows very fast, and it is like that is if we don't put this one stick, what is going to happen? That is going to shake, and then roots gets disturbed. That trees won't grow properly.
So you actually, another thing which I thought we could touch upon is caring for grown trees. And you've like traveled all over the world, and you were talking about how they have to be managed.
Yeah.
I think that is something which we don't do very well in India. We just plant the tree and then it grows wild, and anyway.
See, so, 3 years back, 2 years back, I have planted nearly 3,500, 4,000 trees in Somnali Lake area. And see what happened, like people think like if they plant trees and if they leave, that is going to grow. Like actually even trees also gets pesticide, the pests, and then that pests are so hardy, and like within night time, like it will eat completely, it will spoil the entire thing. So we need to monitor that also, the pests, like what type of pests are going to attack to our trees and all. Like that's the one thing, taking care of the pests and how to control the pesticide, or what pesticide we should use and how often we should spray pesticide and how it is and all. That is the one major thing. Until, see, I had seen in America, like that is like as soon as pests attacks, they will eradicate the plant. You must be knowing about it. They will remove that sapling, whatever the age it is, like that. They will remove. Actually, that I feel that is not a right method, like that. We need to maintain. We need to, in that also there are varieties of trees. Some trees gets pests very fast, and some trees grows without any care and all. So we need to take care of while planting itself, like if we don't have time to take care of it and all, we need to plant only those trees, like that. That is also lots of knowledge is
and
required.
what about because I think there's people are very sensitive towards shaving the tree or training the tree, as they call it. So what is your advice? Because I think some people, abroad, they all train the trees.
Yeah, that is topiary plants, that's called. Topiary system, I am against that. Because topiary, that is, it looks good to our eyes, but actually speaking, that is the injustice for the trees. Actually, that they want to cut this one, they're making them stay stout, like that, no, that is, it is like that they have vibration. Trees have got all the vibration, and they will feel bad, like actually that I feel like it is not a good technique. Recent years it developed, like no, cutting and trimming the tree and all. So cutting is required for the tree, I am telling you, like that, no, like we can't allow trees to grow haphazard way. Like we have to cut the trees, but it is in a proper time, like that. What happens, no, that is from the stem to 12 feet or 12 feet, minimum 12 feet height, we should not allow stems come like this. See what happens, like we will be having short spaces like that, no. If we allow stems to come like this, then that way, like that stem may become harsh, and that the trees occupies the entire space. So up to certain height, we need to make it trim, make it cut stems, and we need to allow the trees to spread only up above 12 feet. So then it won't disturb anybody, like even the human beings movement or any movement, it is not going to disturb. So that way, like we can like more oxygen, we can make it we can plant more trees in all the spaces wherever it is this one, and all the medians also we can plant, like traffic medians and the corners, instead of those parks, no, with that small plants and like lawn and all, we can, if we make in the traffic medians like that, no, if we develop mini forests, and it is going to be like so much helpful for our this one ecology.
So we kind of running out of time because we wanted to keep it, but I can't let you go without your mentioning your lake work, because you have done so much work in lakes. So for a short, give people a short glimpse of the amazing work that you have done with lakes, because a lot of people don't know how much work you have done.
Yeah. See, lake is like, no, I wanted to, in the beginning, I wanted to plant trees all along the lake bund. Actually, lake bund, why was my target was that, like, no, after some times roots goes searching in the water, and if lake is there, like it is a beneficial for trees and all like that. Then what happened, like in Somnali lake, there is a lake, okay, 28 acres it is. Like I went there to plant the trees, and I saw the lake was so like bad the situation, like, no, that is sand mafia. And then I started going deep into the lake subject, and I understood like how much injustice happening to lakes. Like that's a very deep subject, and see that because of sand mafia, they dig lakes in an abrupt way, and they spoil the look of the lake, and then like people started using that for their this one going to toilets, and this one they started using it. 82 years that lake was empty, like there was no one thought of 82 years. Wow. Like no one thought of doing something to that lake. And I went there, and I thought, like I was through my landscape experience, I was calculating how much I am going to spend money on this if I take up this. And then like that definitely my landscaping experience came in this one for me. What happened, like that is the 28 acres, and then it was full of weeds, and outside the boundary area also was full of weeds, and the lake surface was so abrupt, and no water was there. So, and I checked, like, no, why water is not there and all. So, like, I got to know this, there is a Raja Canal, it is from the Kanakpura main road, it is like, there is a connectivity to this lake. That is the length of nearly 4 kilometers and 60 feet wide is the Raja Kalve. First, what I thought, like of the lake, I wanted to level the lake, okay. Somehow that is, I have decided to do it, okay. Then my son's company Zerodha came and supported me, and then that what I did, while making the lake leveling, we will get excess soil, lots of excess soil. what I thought, like, let me do 2 islands like that, no. So I used 15,000-20,000 loads of soil.
Wow.
And made 2 islands, okay, like some 15 feet height, 15-20 feet height, I think. Like it's made 2 huge islands, okay. Then my soil problem, and some people came and they took soil for for their farm and all like that. And then my soil problem was over, okay. And then in the beginning, what happened when I started cleaning the boundary area, then we realized like it was encroached. So much land was encroached, and there actually the panchayati is so honest, and Mr. Muniraju Gowda, there was a president, and he stood behind me to support like that. That was the major support for me, and he stood and through his support, we removed all the fence, whatever the encroached land, See, in those area I made forestation. And then later, like this one, I did all the islands, this and all, tree plantation over, everything over. And I was I started studying about this lake. How was it before 82 years? And surrounding some aged people and all used to come and used to tell me like that, how it used to be, and how so beautiful water it used to be. And they used to take it home and they used to cook it, and such a beautiful. And I asked them from where water is coming to this. Where was then they told me about Raja Kalve. Then Raja Canal. Then I thought like, let me do Raja Canal also. I started, it was a very tough job, and daily 4, 6, 8 JCBs from my side used to work over there. And then I started Raja Kalve cleaning also. And then I did everything, prepared everything and kept it, and I was waiting for rain. And one day, 2 very huge rain came, and lots of water rushed from the Kanakpura road and entered into this Raja Canal, and beautifully it came and my lake filled. That was a beautiful experience for me. And then you believe it or not, that lake is along with this lake there is a river stream is going on. That's called Suvarnamukhi river. And then this river starts from Banerghata forest, and it flows in a beautiful way, and it travels through our next to our lake, and then it goes and joins Arkavati river. And then from Arkavati river, these both together goes and joins this one Kaveri.
Wow.
That is called Triveni Sangama. That is called Sangama, Mekedatu. My now government is planning to do a dam or something over there. It is going to be see, so much water problem is there. During summer, Kaveri water, so much crisis. We are blocking all this water, this rain water flow, we are blocking. So automatically the crisis happens, no? So not only in this lake, this year they have taken 2 more lakes. That's also the same history. That also joins Suvarnamukhi lake only. That's in Raja Kalve is blocked, and I am going to remove Raja Kalve, and I am going to make the flow of it actually. See, last year whatever filled was evaporated because so many years it was dried up, and this year whatever came, it is going to stagnate. It's going to be there. Next year it is going to overflow. This year itself I am expecting it's going to go overflow and go and joins this Suvarnamukhi, and I think it is a great contribution happened from my side.
Wow.
And I'm really thankful.
Tell people who are listening, if they want to contribute and be a part of this lake movement, how should they,
You be my representative, and they can contact you, and in a group, if you people come, definitely I have not only 1 or 2 or 3 or lakes are there. See, I don't want to touch any lake in the city, because city is somehow complicated, and Raja Canal's blocked, and the buildings came on the Raja Canal and all, we can't do anything. But still in villages, there are chances, like there are lots of opportunity, like we can contribute to nature. Like, and nowadays villagers are so alert and they understood the seriousness of it after this corona. Like everybody understood value of this oxygen. When lake is there, water will be there, and we can plant trees, and trees like it's all interconnected. And now in Somnali Lake, that so many birds have come, and so many foreign birds have come, and like that, no, it is like so much. And more than that, surrounding and I heard like 300 borewells water regenerated in that.
Wow.
Like that, no, the water came in 300 borewells, like even open wells and all water came. And see, complete, if we touch a lake and develop, it's going to be real, it is a real social work, like real contribution.
Wow.
Like,
No, so I think we've totally run out of time. But thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening us about all this. And I'm
see, like people can take this as like, I will be happy if you people can come to support me for the lake rejuvenation and for tree plantation and all. Like this, no, like in a group we can do much more better things. Like, no, I am welcoming you all.
Great. So everybody join into the tree plantation and lake rejuvenation project. And thank you so much for this absolutely amazing conversation.
Yeah, thank you, sir.